Good afternoon. So I was truly honored when asked to welcome our new president, but I have to admit I was also a bit daunted. So I didn't want to bore you with the details of Jonathan's impressive biography. We've established that his credentials are long and noteworthy, and while he does not claim any theatrical accolades, we all know that his position will require some talent in that department, or rather, discipline. Mr. Vice President, sir, we don't have departments here. Disciplines, programs, happenings, jams, they abound. But I digress. So I wanted to say something that you hadn't heard, and in the spirit of keen investigation, I asked for a private meeting with the man whose brightly colored socks are still an enigma, and I was delighted by his candor. He talked about serving in the Peace Corps and working in the nonprofit sector in Washington, and confessed that he prefers working with empowered communities. He said he likes the fact that our faculty have a voice. No, really. And he repeated something I'd heard him say on several occasions. He said, Hampshire faculty light up whenever we talk about our students. He said that doesn't happen at every institution, and that it still surprised him. And then he said something that surprised me. So what do you need? To which I replied, how much time you got? No, really, he said, what do you need? I said, well, I haven't been a member of this community for very long, but I've watched a few dozen first years who could barely look me in the eye, scarcely articulate an idea or construct a coherent argument, stumble through the ranks and graduate as impassioned, inquisitive, literate, empowered beings. I said, I don't know about my colleagues, but if I light up when I talk about my students, it's because I watch them latch on to a few tools in the arts, humanities, sciences, whatever disciplines excite them, and figure out a way to examine and advance the world and expand themselves. And I feel honored to facilitate that kind of learning. It's the kind of learning that seems to sustain our graduates a lifetime. But I need an environment that continues to foster that kind of education. I need smaller classes, updated and well-maintained facilities, time to do my own work, which really becomes a template for the work I do in the classroom/studio. And I need institutional support to make those things happen. So the man with brightly colored socks took a deep breath, exhaled and said, well, I came to Hampshire to make a difference, so. And then he stood up as if rising to some momentous occasion, shook my hand, and we parted. As I walked away, I thought, here's a man with a pretty formidable mission. He intends to create a sustainable budget, uphold the tenets of an experimenting liberal arts college in the 21st century, and nurture a demographic with increasing representation from India, Africa, Asia, and Latin America, quite similar, I might add, to the challenges of another president soon up for re-election. But I digress. I also thought, I want him to succeed. I want to welcome him and his family into the fold of our community and project a vision of his success. And I think that as long as he continues to ask questions and listen as intently as he did during our brief encounter, the road to that success, though sometimes rocky and circuitous, will certainly be clear. So Jonathan, Ellie, and family, on behalf of the faculty, welcome to the little community in Western Mass, otherwise known as Hampshire College. Here's wishing you all the best.